Alright, first and foremost, we're going to say all praises be to Yahweh,
Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Rakah Kodash.
Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone.
That's right.
Shalom, man, to the sincere, hopeful, and elect out there, teaching the truth and faith and sincerity through the spirit and power of the Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. So basically, we are the 12 tribes of Israel, man, and we come out here to teach the truth according to the scriptures, which that includes prophecy and who the true 12 tribes of Israel are. We prophesy about World War III and martial law and the coming and return of the one people ignorantly call Christ, right? Which his true name is what? Yahweh Shai, man. So without further ado,
this is Matthew chapter 24 and 1. And Yahweh Shai went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the buildings of the temple. And Yahweh Shai said unto them, See ye not all these things? Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, what shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
Now, you know when you read according to the scripture says the earth abideth, man, forever. So when it says the end of the world in this verse, it's talking about the end of this rulership of Esau, man, right? But coming towards his end, there are signs of his return, man, right? So we're gonna read a couple of them signs, man. Go ahead.
And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am a Mashiach, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
That's right. Wars and rumors of wars. Every other week, all you hear about is what? It's war, man. Right? Russia, Iran, the States, China, so on and so forth, man. Because you know why? The main prophecy in the scriptures is that war happening, man. But when that war takes place, prior to it taking place, there are signs. And those signs are prophesied in the scriptures, man. So really, those signs there are to warn his people that he's coming. But you know what? Not all his people are going to come to the true understanding of faith anyway, right? Because this truth is only for those who are of his elect, man.
Right.
Verse 7, For nation shall rise against nation.
And you know what? That time period is coming, right? That time period of what? Of race wars, man. Which them tensions already exist, man. You know this migrant thing, tensions, of course, right? But hey, man, in truth, a time period gonna come when there's a scarcity of food, right? But when the economy is crashing, and guess what? The race wars gonna spark off just like that, man. Because you know why? That's prophecy too.
I think so. The last statistic that I remember that I was here in the UK, man, since all this Brexit talk's been going on, man, crimes involving race have gone up, man.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So I don't know what it is right now, but as you get closer to that Brexit actually happening, man, shit's only gonna get worse, man.
That's right. And you know what? It's prophecy.
Yeah.
It's prophecy. And you might scoff and talk shit, that's cool. But at the end of the day,
you lived in London, you probably go there.
World War III is coming upon this earth, man. That time period of martial law is coming upon this earth. But prior to actually see that war taking place. The RFID chip, which according to the Bible is the mark of the beast, will be established upon this earth. And all you people out here will be forced to take an implantable chip, which according to the scriptures, if you take it, you shall be destroyed, man. Go ahead.
It says, and there shall be famines
You got
and
that other
pestilences.
side.
7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
There's been what? Famines. And what else?
It says, and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
Now, see, that's the thing, right? These things are happening every day, but some things ain't. It was highlighted, man. What in about 2014, the Ebola outbreak thing, was happening, and all these people were shook. Oh, yeah, but you can't tell anyone from Congo because
And then there was a woman that caught it.
Yeah, yeah. And then personally, I actually had a family member who actually worked in that same hospital, when it was happening. And she was saying, man, on that particular ward, you had like people in suits, like thick doors of metal, armed forces, And you know what? That was just one incident. But you know what? I think at the start of the year, I actually came across an article which said there's people who still have it, but we actually don't know where these people have traveled.
Well, I don't know if you see in the news, man, there's been a recent outbreak. They're over there too.
Oh, yeah.
They're not reporting it too much right now, but there was a recent outbreak, man. They're not reporting it, man.
Yeah. Well, when is this from? Is it like in the past few weeks or like a month?
Might have been about a month ago.
Yeah. I think I came across that article. Yeah. See, so it's there, right? Keep going.
It says, all these are the beginnings of sorrow.
So the scripture says famines, earthquakes in diverse places, right? All these are what? The beginnings of sorrows. Which, you know what, yeah? You know, if you get that earthquake app, man, you know how many earthquakes happen every day? Like, obviously every earthquake isn't above like a 5 or a 6, but guess what? It's still earthquakes in diverse places.
I've even got an app on my phone. Every time an earthquake happens anywhere in the world, I've set it to like 4 and over. Yeah. It pings up and shows you that earthquake. That thing is always going.
Yeah. But the scripture says, all these are got what? The beginning of sorrows. And look, man, see, everyone out here is proud, yeah? Oh, we're in London, yeah, we're doing good. This city only has 3 days supply of food in the stores, man. So what are you going to do when your whole economic structure comes to a crash? When those big Tesco trucks don't bring the food into Tesco. See, everyone out here is proud, man. And you know what? I can't wait. I honestly can't wait till the global economic system crashes, especially here in London, man. And you people lose the hopes, the dreams, the Jordans, all of that gone. Right? Because all you people out here are proud, man. There will be a day when the global economic system will come to a crash and you guys are gonna lose you're gonna lose everything. I've lost everything, man. Yeah. I've got nothing left. Yeah. That's what's coming, man. And I'll say it again. I can't wait till the global economic system crashes and you people lose everything. And I might drink so much I might have fucking alcohol poisoning, man. You know why? Because I'm been waiting for the day for the prophecies to come to pass, man. Because you know what? I ain't got shit anyway. I hate my job. I hate my life. I eat because I'm hungry, all of that. It's shit, man. Yeah. From what, 35?
This is from the start, bro.
Yeah, cool, man.
Verse 32. Now learn a parable of the fig tree. When his branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is nigh.
Yeah, so what that there is saying is, you know, when you observe like what, like a tree, right? So when a tree starts to bring forth its leaves, you know what time period and season is approaching. So what the scriptures here is saying is that there are certain signs and prophecies which are spoken of in the Bible which signify the end of this age, man. And it's simple and clear to the point. If you are a so-called person who call yourselves white, if you go back to the seed of Esau, according to the Bible, then God hates you, man. And that's in the scriptures. We'll keep going.
So likewise ye, when ye shall see all these things, know that it is near, even at the doors.
When the flood.
Verily, I say unto you,
Genesis 9.
this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. But of that day.
Yeah, that's right, man. So guess what? All the ancient spirits who were upon the earth during the time of the Lord are actually back now, man. And the apostle Ramla was saying himself that the actual reason why the actual earth's population is so high right now is because so many spirits are coming upon this earth to get judged, man. And it makes sense. Now's the time of judgment, man. And now is the time, according to the Bible, when all this pride will cease, man.
That's right. That's right.
Go ahead.
This generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled.
Because you know why? Babe, I'll take it as 15 as well, man. Because this actual pride, yeah? This pride in this kingdom is just so, it's just never been like this ever. God hates homosexuals. God hates lesbians, transvestites, all of them ites, bro. Yeah? God don't like them, man. And you know what? If you accept that, then you propagate that. If you see the smoke coming out of a house, and you don't call a brigade, you actually played a part in that house being burnt, man. If you accept this off shit, this unrighteousness, then guess what? You're part of the problem, man. Because you're part of the problem, you are going to get cut off. Keep reading.
And it says, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. But as the...
Oh, again, so that proves, you know how like every 2 or 3 months you have a guy in a fucking Shoreditch somewhere who wearing a tinfoil over his head. Yeah, you know the Lord's coming back on June the 16th, you know? It proves them guys are bug outs, man. You know, because the scripture so the scripture says that no man actually does know when he's coming back. But guess what? The actual signs are there.
And it shows you the Lord and the Most High are two separate entities, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the Lord Yahweh Shai, he don't know the day, the time. He's away in the green light just like we are, man.
And it says, but my Father only, but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
So as the days of Noah, right, were, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Which, you know, when you read that story, that same thing is happening now. Can you read it for me quickly?
I'll start from verse 21.
Yeah. You know the point where it says that leads to wickedness and all that. Well, just read your point. Read it.
Right. Genesis 7, verse 21. And all flesh died that moved upon the earth.
Okay, can you start off from like? Yeah, cool.
Yeah. And all flesh died that moved upon the earth.
Go to Genesis 4. Towards the end, speaks about like the earth is to wickedness, and then skip down.
Verse 38. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away.
You know what? You start from chapter 6. Just hold that 1 second. Yeah, from the top.
Right, Genesis chapter 6 and verse 1. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them.
Yeah, that's right. Because the scripture says there's no new thing under the sun, man. Right? Prior to the flood, you had like a very vast amount of people upon the earth, man. All these nations that exist, now, were back then, as the sons of God, the sons of the wicked, and the sons of men. The sons of God being the 12 tribes of Israel before they actually was called the 12 tribes of Israel. But really, if you go into this name, he's the Prince of Power, man. Right? So actually, the Prince is what? The king's son, right? So you had the sons of God, you had the sons of the wicked, which is Esau. Before it was Esau, and the sons of men, which are all the other Hebrews, man. Go ahead.
Verse 2, that the sons of Yahweh saw the sons of God, saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose.
Yeah, that's right. So back then, Jake did what Jake did now. He went into the heathen and multiplied, and if you read further, became apostates, right? Because they fell away from the truth, right? Which the actual same thing, took place in the time period of Ezra. Took place during before we actually went into the land of Israel. When the Lord clearly said, don't go into these heathen. But Jake eventually did go into the heathen and became apostates, right? Go ahead.
Verse 3, and the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. Yeah. Yet his days shall be 120 years.
Yeah, because back then men used to live a full day, and they got cut down. Because guess what? The Lord chose to do that. Keep going. What? Keep going.
Verse 4, there were giants in the earth.
Now, if you go into that word giants, it's apayao, which means apostates, which is talking about Jake who fell away from the way of truth. Go ahead.
In the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old, men of renown.
Keep going.
And Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth.
Yeah, because back then some people were going off too. The Lord didn't just bring that flood because I'm bored. There's a judgment. There were people back then being dykes into bestiality, being cross-dressers, being faggots, So that was all happening back then. That's why the scripture says what? There's no new thing under the sun. And that's why the Lord said, as the days of Noah, so shall the coming of the Son of Man be. Go ahead.
And that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
Tell me to say this here right now. Apart from those who are striving against sin, the elect, this whole kingdom is full of what? Only evil, man. Just constantly just fucking evil and pride. But what separates now and back then is that this is the most wicked it's ever been. Back then you probably had some guy wearing a dress. Now you actually have a guy with plastic titties and a fake box, which gets wet. Go ahead.
Details. And he repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth.
And that's the same thing now, man. That's loud. No, and that's the same thing now, man. He's like, man, I have to bring some judgment upon this place, man. Go ahead.
And it grieved him at his heart.
And how he was grieved back then, he's grieved now.
The Lord is angry with the wicked every day.
Every day, right? And he's shown his grief through his prophets. Can you hold that? Get me Jeremiah 28:8. Because, okay, that's cool. You can read it.
Jeremiah 28 and verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Of war and of evil, of pestilence.